So if you missed my back wrap challenge and you missed out on joining Wrap Guild, I still want you to have something that you can work on to get a back carry that's really working for you. So today I've got my short sunset rainbow wrap. So pretty. This is 2 sizes smaller than my base size. And you can use a wrap that's 2 sizes smaller than your base size for this short rucksack carry. And the great thing about a shorter rucksack carry is the faster you get it in place, the less time your baby has to wiggle and thrash and ruin it before you're done with it. So if you are struggling with the race against the clock / baby's impatience, this may work well for you. I also have a couple of tips in here to throw in for some of my Wrap Guild members who had specific questions, but it's all going to happen real fast. Are you ready? I'm going to use my toddler doll. So this rucksack variation can be done with a baby or toddler. It can be done with arms in or arms out of the wrap. I'm going to do the toddler for those of you who want to see how it would work with a bigger baby. And I'm going to do arms out. And one thing I want you to think about when deciding whether to do arms in or arms out is if your baby is likely to pull their arms out after you're done with it, then you might as well wrap with arms out from the beginning, because then it won't mess up the tension and create slack when they move their arms from inside the wrap to outside the wrap. Because the way your baby is positioned when you tighten around them, you're getting all the slack out. Then if they remove the arms, then there will be slack where their arms used to be inside the wrap. So if you know or can predict or guess whether your baby's going to be arms out, go ahead and start with arms out in the first place. Also, some babies are wiggly because they don't like the feeling of being like constrained, swaddled, or having their arms wrapped in. So if you start with arms out in the first place for those babies, then you may get less wiggling while you are doing the rucksack carry. So I'm going to do arms out. You can do this either way. Here we go. Toddler going on my back. Oh, I'm starting with a short end and a long end. Short end of the wrap on one side of baby, all the rest on the other side. And here we go. Hold on, just positioning my wrap up to my baby's armpits. And going to Superman my baby up onto my back, holding the top rail so my baby doesn't fall. If you are newer to back carries and you're not really confident that you can do this safely anywhere, in a parking lot or wherever, then just do it like I have here. I'm up against my bed. My legs feel the back of the bed. If I was to have a terrible accident and drop my baby, there's a soft surface right under her. And you can even sit down while you are doing this. On your bed or on a couch until you know you can do it safely. So I'm not going to keep my baby over the bed because I want to show you, the camera, what I am doing. But that is how you start to learn until you are totally safe to do it other places. Okay, so let me get my baby positioned. Okay, sticking that end between my knees, doing this one. Okay, so first tip I want to throw in here is if you're ready to do, if you've got the seat made and you're ready to go ahead and finish your rucksack carry, this is the point to look in your mirror and see if your baby is as high as you want them to be. So Rosie in my paid membership Woven Wrap Guild is ending up with her baby lower than she tries to wrap her in the rucksack carry. So at this point, go ahead and raise your baby up to the level you want. This might be actually fine for this giant toddler doll, the level she's at right now. You can see her shoulders are about even with mine. But if I did want to raise her, I would hold on to both of these with one hand. I'd put an arm under her and I'd sort of bounce and raise her higher. And so that's what you can do. Aim for your baby's shoulders being about even with yours. And then immediately after you do that, go ahead and take the long end of the wrap here. Now this is where this rucksack variation is going to be faster than the regular rucksack. This is a rucksack tied at shoulder. I have one short end. It comes down just the long end of my taper just to my knee. And then this one's dragging on the floor a little. So I'm going to hold that under my chin for a moment because it's not long enough to hold between my knees. I'll give it a twist and hold it. That twist helps me not lose tension in the top rail or bottom rail. And then I'm going to take this under and put it behind both of my baby's legs. And that is very fast. So once you make the seat, you can do this right away. But if your baby is not low enough, go ahead, make your seat, and then check the height, adjust the height, and you can pull this out to the knee if you need to while you're doing that. But as soon as you've got baby positioned the way you want, immediately twist and hold, bring this over the leg, over the second leg, so it went over both legs. Now I can take this out from under my chin, and now I have the rucksack built. I just haven't tied it. So I can stop here, making sure to hold all the slack in both of these tails, and check and see if I'm happy with everything. If I need to, I can reach under here for that seat to pull it more out to baby's knee. Make sure my baby's knees are being held up. If my baby's leaning some, I can tighten my baby up by pulling on that top rail. If there's any slack in the top third of the wrap or the middle of the wrap, now is the time to get that out, because if you don't, baby can end up sinking later after you've been up for a few minutes. So do all your adjusting now. Again, the carry is built. The seat should be secure, so you can adjust at this point. Your hand holding it is just like a knot, as long as you are able to hold it tightly. Anna, this is not an Omega Organics Believe. This is my this is one of my exclusive Girasol designs. It's called Sunset Rainbow, and that is what the weave looks like close up. It's a honeycomb weave. And isn't it pretty? And I just got these in stock, by the way. That's why I'm using this one in this video, to let you guys know, because people have been waiting for it. Sunset Rainbow is back in stock on wrapyourbaby.com. And if you want it, you can go grab one now. Let me see if I missed any other questions. Okay, I don't see any other questions. So, got my baby in a rucksack. This is called rucksack tied at shoulder. Now, if you don't have like a good hand strength and you can't hold this and keep all the slack from slipping through, then you're going to want to tie it as soon as you get in this position. If your hand is good to hold it and not let any slack through, holding it is as good as tied, while you can check things and make sure you're happy with it. Okay, Anna says, oh yes, I see the difference. It's very nice. Thank you. I love it. Okay, so now I can tie a double knot here. If you know how to do a slip knot, go ahead and use a slip knot. That's really nice because you can adjust through it and tighten up that back over baby if you need to after you tie. And most people actually really like to do a candy cane chest belt here, where you come across the chest with a twist, and then we would put one end through here and tie a knot, and that's the candy cane chest belt. And that really takes pressure off the rucksack straps. A lot of people don't like the feel of rucksack straps, which is where it comes over your arm, over your shoulder, and then under your arm like that. It can feel tight. Baby's weight is all on your shoulders. If I was to tie this through that strap now, that takes a lot of weight off of both of the straps, distributes more of it to your chest. And I want to show something besides that, though. I want to get really fancy here, because Amber, who's also in my paid membership, Woven Wrap Guild, was doing a Kai belt, which is a less used kind of chest belt, but it's really pretty. And she's having some issues with it, so I wanted to make a suggestion. So I'm covering a couple of bases in this video. So with the Kai belt, what you do is you take the shoulder end underneath, the end coming under your arm, and you wrap it around a couple of times like that. And if you're on the end of the tail and your tag's showing, you situate it so you don't see the ugly white tag, and instead you see the pretty woven rainbow. All right, so you do that a couple of times, and then this end comes through here and goes around, and they sort of come out in the middle and hang down in the middle, and that's pretty. Now, Amber was experiencing some slipping with this, and that does make sense. If your wrap is not grippy enough, it can slip because there's no knot. And while this side has a knotless tuck, where I took it over the strap and then back under it, this side does not, because it's coming under the strap to start with. And that's important for it to end up laying right at the end. So again, if you are new to this, you can just do that knot at the shoulder or the candy cane chest belt. But this is for those of you who are interested in this different kind of finish. If that is slipping for you like it is for Amber, because this shoulder end has to start underneath for it to end up looking right in the end, it doesn't make a knotless tuck. So what you could do is, instead of just tucking it going that way, which is the usual way Kai belt is done, you could actually make a single knot to start with, where we're going to tuck it through here, so it makes a single knot. As I'm holding these, I'm making sure I'm always got both tails secure, whichever way I'm holding it, so that I'm not getting any slipping. Okay, so now I've made a single knot. So now I can go ahead and come around for one more twist, and that will be secure and won't slip on that side. And then, like I said, on the other side, it won't slip because we do a knotless tuck where it goes over the shoulder strap and then pulls back under the shoulder strap and then does its next twist, and the tails hang out the middle. So that looks very similar. It's not exactly the same, but it should solve, Amber, I'm going to tag you in this, it should solve your slipping issue, because I know you liked how this finish looked. So that's sort of a modified Kai belt with a more secure single knot before you do the twists on that end. Now if my wrap was longer, I could probably fit a couple more twists in there. If you like I wouldn't do that with this wrap because I'm on the tails, so the hem will show, but if you like the look of having more twists there, if your wrap was longer. Or if I was wrapping my little baby doll instead of my toddler doll, I would be able to do that. And then you get more of a full twisty belt there, and then still have some tail to hang down the middle. Since mine's shorter, I'm just gonna leave it with the one twist there. You can spread them however you want to show the colors, so you can see some of the strap in between. So you can do it either way. But there you go. It's secure. It's a pretty finish. It's my baby in a rucksack before she was able to wiggle and wreck the seat. So remember, the way you do that is by not pausing too long at any step. So go ahead and position baby. If you need to, check baby's height, and then right away bring the pass down and over both the legs to secure the seat, and then you can think about what chest belt you want to do, as long as your hand can tightly hold that while you're giving it some thought. Otherwise, you just want to know ahead of time, I'm just going to quick tie a double knot there and get that done before your baby can start thrashing, and then it's secure, and then you've got your baby in a rucksack carry. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you loved seeing the sunset rainbow wrap in person, and if you did miss out on Woven Wrap Guild and my back wrap challenge, the back wrap challenge will be back. It might be in a few months. I don't have a date yet, but this is something that you can work on and hopefully get good at and use in the meantime. All right, Tana, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, says, oh, I love that finish. We'll be trying that the next time we ruck. That's awesome. I'm glad to show you a new, fun, pretty finish that looks really pretty with a rainbow, but I'm sure lots of other designs as well. Okay, till the next time. Wait, before I sign off, give me hashtag replay in the comments if you're watching this in replay. And also, whether you're watching it live or in replay, I would love for you to let me know if you're going to try this, or come back and let me know how it goes, or if you ran into any trouble or had any questions, put it all in the comments. If you want to know what size wrap you need for this carry, I'm using a size 3, which is 2 sizes smaller than my base size. If you want to know what your base size is, what size wrap you need for this carry, put that in the comments. And now I'm going to say, until the next time, happy wrapping. Have fun, y'all.